You², Chapter 10. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out at your goals on the horizon. You know what you want, but you're doing everything you've been taught to achieve it. But something is holding you back. You're trying harder, pushing more, and yet you're not moving forward the way that you had hoped. What if the key to breaking through isn't found in more effort, but in a shift in perspective? Today we're diving into Chapter 10 of You² by Price Pritchett, a chapter that could completely reshape the way you approach success, not by telling you to do more, but to think differently. Now, this talk will highlight the key points and provide you with an easy understanding of how you can apply this to your life for exponential growth. So, one of the first concepts that Pritchett emphasizes in this chapter is that true breakthrough success doesn't follow a linear path. It's not about putting in X amount of effort to get Y results. Yet instead, exponential success, or what Pritchett calls U², happens when you stop thinking in straight lines and start embracing the possibility of quantum leaps. Now, a quantum leap is a massive, nearly incomprehensible jump in results, which occurs when you stop trying to gradually improve and instead shift your approach completely. To put it simply, if you're working harder and harder and not seeing a huge return, the solution may not be in doing more of the same, but to change your entire strategy. It's about finding new ways of thinking, new perspectives, and radically different actions that can take you from where you are to where you dream to be. Now, in this chapter, Pritchett challenges us to examine our self-imposed limitations. Most of us hold ourselves back because we believe there's a ceiling to what we can achieve. Whether it's because of past experiences, societal expectations, or our own fears, we put artificial boundaries on our potential. But here's the truth. Those limits are only as real as we allow them to be. You must free yourself from those imaginary boundaries. Think about a time when you believed you couldn't do something. Maybe it was too big, too far, or too complicated, and yet when you shifted your mindset, you found a way. That's the kind of shift we're talking about here. Stop confining yourself to what's reasonable or what's expected and start imagining what's possible. Now, Pritchett's next major point is about faith versus certainty. Many of us wait for guarantees before we take action. We want to know for sure that something will work before we put ourselves out there. But exponential growth doesn't work that way. It requires you to act on faith. Now, faith in this context doesn't necessarily mean religious faith, but a belief in the process and a belief in yourself. It means trusting that taking bold, inspired action will pay off, even if you can't see exactly how it will unfold. This is the key to making quantum leaps. You don't need to know how you're going to reach the next level. You just need to take the leap and trust the process. Now, Chapter 10 also pushes you to think outside the box. So often we limit ourselves to the tried and true methods, the strategies that have worked for others, or the techniques that have been passed down. But true breakthroughs often come from doing something unconventional. Think of innovators like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. Their quantum leaps didn't come from playing it safe or following the crowd. They came from bold, sometimes even risky decisions that defied the norm. Now for you, this might mean exploring solutions that you've never considered before, trying out ideas that scare you a little, or going against the grain in ways that make others question your sanity. But I'm telling you, remember, if you want extraordinary results, You can't rely on ordinary thinking. So, as you leave here today, I challenge you to embrace the possibility of a quantum leap in your life. Look at areas where you've been putting in effort but not seeing the results you desire. Stop, reflect, and then ask yourself, is there a bigger, bolder, more unconventional action you could take that would create exponential growth? Free yourself from the limitations you've placed on your success. Stop waiting for certainty. Trust in the process. Faith will take you further than fear ever could. This shift in mindset could be the key to transforming your life from linear growth to quantum leaps. And remember, your potential is not capped. It's only limited by how you perceive it. When you embrace this radical shift, you stop merely improving and you start multiplying your impact. So let today be the day you stop aiming for incremental progress and instead start creating exponential success. And if anybody can do it, you absolutely can. I care about you, I believe in you, and I know that if anybody's worth it, you are. So get out there, get your shoes on. Let's get moving. Let's take on this day. This is going to be the greatest day of our lives. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow with Chapter 11.